The training room is colder than usual, the kind of cold that settles into the bones and makes every breath feel sharper. The walls are lined with weapons, but today none of them matter as much as the tension hanging in the air. Everyone has gathered, sensing something is about to happen. A challenge, maybe even a breaking point. Triss stands in the center, her shoulders squared, her eyes locked ahead. Across from her, Four watches with a calm that almost feels distant. But beneath that calm, there's something else, doubt. "You don't belong here," he says, his voice steady but cutting through the silence like a blade. "You hesitata. You think too much. That makes you weak." The words don't just echo in the room. They settle deep, pressing against everything Triss has been trying to prove since the day she chose this life. Around them, the others shift slightly, waiting to see what she will do. For a moment it looks like she might step back. Her breathing tightens, her fists clench, and her gaze drops for just a second. But then something changes, the hesitation fades, replaced by something stronger. Not anger, not fear, determination. "You think I'm weak?" she says quietly, her voice steady despite everything. "Then prove it." Four tilts his head slightly, studying her. There's a flicker of interest now, mixed with that same doubt. He nods once, stepping back and gesturing toward the sparring area. "Show me." They circle each other slowly, the room falling silent except for the sound of their footsteps. Every movement is calculated, every second stretches longer than it should. Four makes the first move, fast and precise. He lunges forward, aiming to end it quickly, the way he always does. But this time, Triss doesn't freeze. She reacts. She sidesteps at the last second, his strike missing by inches. The movement is sharp, unexpected. Four recovers quickly, turning to face her again, but there's a flicker of surprise in his eyes now. He comes at her again, faster this time, testing her limits. Triss blocks, her arms absorbing the impact, the force pushing her back a step. Pain shoots through her, but she doesn't let it show. "You're holding back," he says. "No," she replies, her voice firmer now. "I am adapting." She moves before he can respond, closing the distance between them. Her strike isn't perfect, but it's fast enough to catch him off guard. He blocks it, but just barely. The room shifts again. The others are no longer just watching. Now they are paying attention. Four narrows his eyes, adjusting his stance. The doubt is still there, but it's fading, replaced by focus. He's taking her seriously now. "Good," he says. "Let's see how far you can go." This time the fight changes. It's no longer a test. It's real. They move faster, each attack met with a counter, each step calculated. Triss feels the rhythm building, the fear that once slowed her now sharpening her instincts instead. Every move she makes is driven by something deeper than training. It's survival. It's proof. Four pushes harder, his strikes stronger, faster, designed to overwhelm. For a moment it almost works. He forces her back, her footing slipping as she struggles to keep up. "This is where you break," he says. But she doesn't. Instead of retreating, she steps forward. The move catches him off guard. It's risky, even reckless, but it works. She slips past his guard, her movement unpredictable, her timing just right. For the first time, he's the one forced to adjust. Her heart is racing now, but her mind is clear. Every doubt, every fear, every moment of hesitation has burned away, leaving only one thing behind: resolve. She anticipates his next move before he makes it, countering with a speed that surprises even her. The impact forces him back a step, a single step, but it's enough. The room goes completely still. Four looks at her differently now. The doubt is gone. He attacks again, but this time there's no hesitation in her response. She meets him head-on, matching his intensity, refusing to give ground. Every movement is sharper, faster, stronger. "You're not weak," he admits between strikes. She doesn't answer. She doesn't need to. The fight reaches its peak in a blur of motion, both of them pushing past their limits. Then, in a single moment, it ends. Triss moves first. She shifts her weight, anticipating his attack, and uses his momentum against him. The move is clean, precise, and final. Four hits the ground, the impact echoing through the room. Silence follows. Triss stands over him, her chest rising and falling with each breath. For a second, neither of them moves. Then Four lets out a quiet breath, almost like a laugh. "Looks like I was wrong," he says. She shakes her head slightly. "No, you just didn't see it yet." He studies her for a moment longer, then nods. the respect in his expression unmistakable. I see it now. Around them, the others finally react, the tension breaking as whispers spread through the room. But Triss doesn't look at them. Her focus stays on 4, because this wasn't about them. It wasn't about proving something to a crowd. It was about proving something to herself. And now, she has. 4 gets to his feet, brushing off the impact, but his expression has changed completely. The doubt, the challenge, the test, all of it is gone. What remains is something else. Recognition. He steps closer, lowering his voice so only she can hear. You didn't just prove me wrong, he says. You proved you belong here. Triss meets his gaze, steady and unshaken. I always did. For the first time, he doesn't argue. And in that moment, the balance between them shifts, not because one defeated the other, but because she refused to accept the limits he placed on her. The training room is no longer cold. Now, it feels like something else entirely. Like the beginning of something stronger,